Tammy.
Hi, Julie.
How
How are
you
you
doing today?
today?
I'm Julie. This is Tammy. We're two psychic moms.
And we are here to bring you little tidbits for the day. So, what do we want to talk about, Julie?
Well, just to remind people, because Tammy, we need to remind people that we channel about life and cats and whatever spirit brings us, because we are both cat moms as well. I have a few more cat children than Tammy does.
I have two.
I have many, I have many cats.
We have our cats.
We're not going to quantify that right at this moment. Maybe we'll just string it along. You'll have to tune in at one point. There'll be a reveal about how many cats there are.
And what they do and all their antics and
They do, and I don't know about you, Tammy, but there's almost always one either on my lap or on my desk, which you can't see. But
don't they just love to be there when you're on the computer? I bet lots of people understand that one.
and channeling, right? Oh my gosh, they
That
love to be in the energy of that. So.
they do.
So Tammy, what are we going to talk about today for our viewers?
Why don't we talk about how we can move through energy that we're feeling stuck in? Like we don't know what to do. Like I'm feeling like which direction do I go?
You
So
go, Tammy.
what's that?
You go ahead.
I'm going with what spirit brings right now.
Go.
This is that segment of it. So I'm being shown the box, and you're sitting in the box as a metaphor, analogy, whatever we want to call that. You're sitting in the box and you're wondering, what direction do I go? So, how about we take a quick moment that you just take a deep breath, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling that divine, loving energy that is calm and all knowing, and exhaling any fear or worry. And then asking yourself, what is it at this very, very, very moment can I do to feel better about myself? Or that I feel like I need to do? You're going to get the answer. Ask yourself that question. What is it at this very moment I need to do? And listen to the first thing that comes to you, even if it's something a little mundane, not that big, or you don't think is that big to you, but listen to it.
I had something that funny came up for me. I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
I had something funny that came up for me. Spirit told me you should have gone to the bathroom before you started this recording. Yeah, I always know what I want to go do.
Yeah, exactly. And I have a quick funny story with that, if I can share, actually. One time, many, many years ago, when I read a little book that was called 1 Minute for Myself, not a book I wrote. And I'm still going to write someday, but that can be a whole nother topic we can talk about. And anyway, I read it, and that's one of the lessons it was giving was take that moment just to ask yourself, what's the best thing I can do right now? And it was really funny because I had been needing, this can sound very funny, or very silly. I had been needing to clean my blinds, and I had been putting that off because who likes to clean blinds, right? None of us do. And then that's what I heard. Wasn't even thinking about it. And I heard, you need to clean your blinds. And I started laughing, and I thought, oh my gosh. So, I actually acted upon it. I did it. And do you know that I felt so much better after doing that? Because it had been weighing on me or energetically more than I realized.
They're very funny right now, Tammy. They said it's like a good trip to the bathroom.
Yay! And that's a very important trip to take. So anyway, I just want to share that.
Thank you, Tammy. And now we have, this is Bella.
Oh, Bella, she's adorable.
This is Bella. Bella likes to be in my lap,
She's
Bella's
beautiful.
not happy unless she's wherever I'm at. And I mean that, wherever I'm at.
Yeah.
Um,
What breed is she? What breed is she?
she's I think she has a little bit of Maine Coon in her, but all of my cats were feral. Um, Sometimes, like one of my, a group of my cats were in my front yard, and I got to play with them, and then eventually I opened up the door and asked if they wanted to come in, and they never left.
That's awesome. They were meant for you.
They were, they were, and my feral cats are really better than they're all feral in the sense that they were born to mothers and then adopted out, except for the ones that showed up in my front yard. And they were truly feral, and they still retain that sort of feral instinct. But
Mhm.
Bella and her siblings, they didn't really have that instinct. They just wanted to come home and stay at home and be at home, and
Yeah.
yeah, be wherever I am. So
Yeah.
that's the whole cat story there.
They're so grateful. They're so grateful for all of us. They do
They
that.
are. And yeah, I'm grateful for them. They are really my they keep me they keep me present in so many ways.
They do. Our animal healers.
In this crazy time, this crazy moment in our history, right? It's really just a moment in history, thankfully. Um, so one thing you should know is that I may go off on a political rant here and there, and Tammy will not. She's assured me she will not do that.
Yeah.
And I've assured her that I might. So
Yeah.
I don't really have a political rant right now, but it could happen. It could happen when you least expect it. So I just want you to know that. And let's see, where else are we at in the life, the cats, and whatever spirit brings us. Um, Spirit. Oh, I feel like I don't want this time to be serious, but I feel like people are going to want something serious. I don't know, but I feel like it's more fun, but it's more fun, right? So, but spirit is like, there are times people just need to look to us for help, and that's when we have to be serious. Although I have to tell you, when I first started doing this work, I don't know if I ever shared this with you. Tammy and I are getting to know each other very well as we do this work, and when I started doing this work, they came to me, and everything was funny. They would make me laugh in really almost every reading.
Mhm.
Somehow they would make me laugh. And then after a while, it changed to metaphors. And then for like a year, everything came as a metaphor. So, when spirit wants to come, you just accept spirit how that happens.
Yeah. Agreed.
So
Yeah. And they go through different stages with us, I think, of learning and, you know, not testing our abilities, but they bring different things to us so that we can kind of test it ourselves and have some fun with it. And yeah, there was a time that mainly it was the clairaudience for me, and then I would start to see more images for a while, and now I do for both. But yeah, it's coming. Yeah, definitely. I agree. Sometimes they've had a real sense of humor, and then other times it's very serious. But there's different guides that will come in and chat with us sometimes and have a whole different style of their own, right?
they
So it's,
absolutely do. They absolutely do. So I'm wondering, people out there who are feeling that they have information that comes to them, but I have cat hair. It's perpetual on my mouth, on my face, and
it's a part
my
of life when you
my
have.
I'm wondering if they come it, wanting to know, how did we get started in this? So I think maybe every time we show up, we should give people a little understanding of how we got started in this and kind of the work that we do, because I think it gives people maybe hope
Mhm.
that they're not so cuckoo. Because I didn't think I was cuckoo, but Tammy, I thought everybody did what I did.
Yeah, yeah, and that's quite common. You hear that often from intuitives and psychics and so forth. From their yeah.
So how did you come to be doing this work?
I was more of I'm going to say almost a self-taught intuitive. So even though I know as a child now thinking back, I had things, but as you always hear everyone's psychic. Well, yeah, everybody does have the abilities. So, some people just come into, early childhood, a lifetime being very aware from day one, basically. And that's when you hear about children being very sensitive and so forth. For myself, it was an interest that didn't develop till like my mid 20s or so, and then started taking classes and so forth, and other intuitives helped me greatly along the way, just giving me some great feedback about how I was doing, and then meditation. I always tell everybody meditation's the key to really enhancing those abilities. So through practice, and you do need to practice, it'll
Right.
start, yeah, it'll get stronger, and my ability started to become stronger. So I had a lot of really amazing kind of, as many intuitives do, amazing kind of things happen along that way. It was definitely a journey, as it is for all of us, but uh, we all have those abilities, and being quiet and allowing yourself to sit quietly is really vital, I think, and really important in really fine tuning those abilities.
Oh my goodness, sitting quietly. Not my forte. Not my forte. And I
Yeah.
was kind of the opposite of you. I just thought everybody did what I did, and I just ignored it and went into the corporate world. I thought, well, maybe that will make me normal.
Yeah. Didn't work, huh?
But people would just come to me and say, "How did you know that?"
Yeah.
I would always joke and say, "Oh, I'm psychic." And then eventually I just embraced it. But
Yes.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's um
It's very different for every individual. It really is. And you're right. Sitting quietly. I remember the first times that I was trying to meditate, and I remember I had the best situation, meaning, or the most easiest situation and best environment, living by myself, was not married at the time, no children, and I started practicing meditation. And I remember thinking, I can't do this. Are you kidding me? I can't do this. And something kept me trying and going each day. I sat down and did more. I know now what that was about because I was led to what I was going to be doing. So maybe I had that behind me, but sure enough, the more I did it, like anything you learn and the more you practice, you get better at it. But I agree, it's still a challenge for me sometimes. I have to really make sure that I'm putting myself in a good place, grounding, and so forth. So I say, don't give up on meditation. Any of you out there that are right challenged with it a little bit, it's completely normal to feel like I can't do this.
I say meditate in the shower.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's my favorite place to meditate. That's the only place I meditate. But
Yeah,
you are right. It is what allows us to shift into the energy to receive. Although I do it in the Akashic records, so it's a little bit different. I have a prayer and I open up my records to get this information. So I think in future segments of this, because we want to keep them fairly short for you, we may talk about either topics or our cats or the crazy world or how we do what we do, or we may even tell you about clients and readings that we've given so that we're on the level here, right?
yeah,
And that we love and enjoy what we do. We're really really happy to do what we do. It's a pretty
yeah,
amazing world that we both enjoy.
yes,
And
absolutely.
yeah. And we'll take questions. You can always email us on our YouTube channel. So we would love to have questions.
Yeah, that we
Any
exactly. I was just going to say
any
that.
questions.
Oh, yeah,
We may not answer it, but we'll love them anyway.
that's right. We'll put
So
good in them.
and we may even be like we'll wing it or we'll have a topic. You never know what you're going to find when you tune into two psychic moms who talk about their world and their cats and then channeling. So we hope you join us next time for Two Psychic Moms. I'm Julie,
I'm Tammy. Thanks for joining us.
and we love you, and we'll see you next time.